Hey there, Virgo. Happy New Year. Thank you for tuning in and welcome to your tarot card reading for January 2024. This reading explores events and situations that are taking place in January, which significantly impacts your love life and your career path. So take with you whatever messages resonate, leave behind for others whatever does not. Okay, so let's see what we have for you, Virgo. In terms of the overarching truth for you this month, you have the Five of Cups. How people see you, Ace of Pentacles. Root of your problems this month, Ace of Swords. How you see yourself, the Lovers. In terms of your love life, the trajectory right now, you have the King of Swords. The significant situation impacting your love life, Eight of Swords. What brings this about? Three of Swords. And what this can lead to, Eight of Wands. In terms of your career trajectory, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Significant situation or event impacting your career, we have the Ace of Cups. What brings this about? Temperance. And what this can lead to, we have Five of Swords. Influencing energy, card at the bottom deck, we have the Fool. What's behind it? Four of Pentacles. So it's a sense of new beginnings, possibly taking a risk, a leap of faith, and trying to feel secure in that process. So here you've got a lot of swords going on. You've got the Lover's card here, which is the Major Arcana card for Gemini, which is an air sign, so swords again. The ruling planet for Gemini and for Virgo is Mercury, which is in retrograde for a significant part of January, I believe. So here it may be that there is kind of reflections on the past, possibly how you are communicating with people, how you communicate with someone in particular, might be miscommunications. So here, the overarching truth for the month with the Five of Cups has to do with sadness and loss, focusing on the past. And here, the root of problems with the Ace of Swords, it may be, communication, what's considered to be honest, or how you kind of come across at like approaching a problem. Or for some of you, it may be the that that something needs to be said or addressed, and not necessarily taking that opportunity, and more just wanting to be in that moment of like thinking about an argument or thinking about some kind of past situation. But how people see you have the Ace of Pentacles, so they see you as someone who has an opportunity for something new, to kind of build something up that's worth investing in. In terms of how you see yourself with the Lover's card, it seems like you see yourself as someone who is ready for commitment, who is someone who is willing to be vulnerable and share in the responsibilities of creating a long-term relationship. So here, I'm going to go over here. There's a lot of swords when it comes to your love life. In terms of the love trajectory with the King of Swords, it's almost as if you are approaching your love life, whatever situation is going on, in a very business-like way, right? It's like there's a right and wrong way to do it. This is what should be said. This is how it should be said. Kind of very much almost like so much in the emotions, focusing on it. It's like you've been playing and replaying a certain situation in your head about how things should go or how things should have gone. And in terms of the situation or event that is significant to impacting your love life, there's 8 of Swords. This is that concept of not saying anything or doing anything because you don't feel like you have the power or authority, or you think that the situation is something that than it actually is. But this is really just like a mindset, might not necessarily be reflective of reality. What brings this about? You have the 3 of Swords. So it could be that this is a breakup. It also could just be a disagreement that spirals out of control, or a misunderstanding that there were certain expectations that weren't met, certain ways that you expected someone to act and they didn't follow through, or things that they should have said and they didn't say those things. And in terms of what this can lead to with the 8 of Wands, kind of seems like this is actually going to lead to you advancing. So whatever this is, this opportunity for you to say something, I would say maybe recognize what power you actually have and how you're using it or not using it is going to very much influence whether or not you move on from the situation, or whether or not this is something that you can get back on track and have a balance advancement of whatever the situation was. So in terms of your career, we have 7 of Pentacles. So it may be that you are kind of assessing what's kind of going on in your career and seeing where you can improve things, maybe not necessarily wanting to make major changes, but just want, fine tune here and there. Significant event or situation that impacts your career. We have Ace of Cups. So it may be that you are going to have an opportunity to be more creative in what you're doing, or maybe there'll be someone that you have a new connection with, maybe like a new coworker, maybe someone who recognizes that you're kind of not really expanding your, your resume, but not that. It's like you're kind of doing more of the same, and someone who kind of really wants to have you tap into your more creative side, your the side of you that really can even, more interpersonal. I feel like this might apply for some of you that are in jobs or positions where there's a lot of autonomy and kind of not a lot of oversight. Not that there's need for oversight, but it's almost as if there's someone that kind of comes in, or an opportunity for you to kind of make more connections, communicate with people more, require you more to kind of get outside of just working on things that you want to work on and like, to yourself. And what brings us about, we have this temperance card. So for some of you, it's, maybe there's a lot of downtime that you have and people have been noticing it, or it may be that they see that you are someone who is good at negotiations or managing situations, helping to kind of ease tensions, make people feel good, feel better about situations. What this can lead to with the 5 of Swords here, it's almost that you can really perhaps manage conflicts, that you can kind of like perhaps talk to other people where there are conflicts. And for others of you, it's almost as if this 7 of Pentacles, you kind of, how you're working, maybe you, for those of you who don't necessarily work on your own, but you kind of want to keep, you want to keep your part of the sandbox clean or whatever. It's as if there is some kind of conflict that is potentially there. And really, this is an opportunity for you to kind of to resolve that. If there has been conflict with someone in the past, it's like you taking the high road, and the opportunity to take the high road when it comes to that. So it seems like when it comes to your month, how you're thinking about things, how you communicate with other people is really key to solving a lot of like problems and like recognizing expectations that may not have been realistic, or maybe if they were realistic, maybe not met. So I'm going to close off with some messages for how to approach these situations. So we have lightning and disruption, and we have here the Hierophant. So it's almost a sense of like, again, this Hierophant, that concept of taking the high road is what's making me think. The Hierophant is about like sticking to like what you know, not necessarily trying to make big changes, but kind of knowing what has worked and kind of going back to that. And with this lightning and disruption, it kind of seems like there is things that are going to impact your love life and your career, or just you in general, that may be unexpected. Maybe it's kind of created this aspect of you like looking at the past or feeling sad, and kind of needing to almost like recognize like the things that you gravitate to, like the way that you tend to resolve conflict. With the 5s here, you got the 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups, and the 5 for the Hierophant. 5s are about instability, chaos, conflict. So this kind of is like, how is it that you deal with conflict or things that are just uncomfortable, and how you discuss those things, how you approach those things and think about those things almost can make or break connections that you have with people. It's as if it's almost like hypercritical of yourself or hypercritical of someone else, and almost making it so that, not making it so, like it is a situation where even a small disagreement, you might not see it as small, or some kind of argument over, what to have for dinner might feel like, an argument over fundamental beliefs of life and death. So here, it's very much like how you interpret disruptions to what you expect or what you want, that is kind of going to kind of influence how things go. But almost being humble, like kind of focusing on things that are like, just try to kind of be like even keeled, just not too high expectations, not trying to like put too much blame on anybody, but kind of just very even keeled and almost understanding that that people aren't perfect, that people make mistakes, and how you kind of deal with that is going to be very key to your month. So Virgo, I hope that this reading provides a helpful perspective of the month. We'll see you next time. Take care.